It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Ay, I've been waiting for something for me to snap on. Graduated from the freestyle, stay with a cap on. Black on, been in my publishing for these rap songs. Making whack nigga back off, let the cash grow. 5 in the morning, I'm up with my baby, no sleeping. Clown niggas, y'all Barnum and Bailey, I'm creeping. Got an army with me, nah, it's a Navy, so y'all better pay me like K-Dot, them arms to be waving. I had a couple brushes with devils, quiet as kelp. I'm charging for air, you boys talk under your breath. God is my witness, he with me, and he counting my steps. So anybody riding with me, y'all should double your bets. I chose W's, like Aisha Wilson out this bitch. Nigga argue about the gold, I want a Billy out that bitch. I been counting more cheese like a Philly in this shit. A verse hard white like I'm breaking down the brick. Ratchet on me like the repo man. They done brought me back to life like Encino man. Ran off with the yams like an elope man. I got dealt with the chip, I'm the Frito man. I want millions, Benzes, numbers up senses. Nigga try to count me out, now I want vengeance. 100 rat taught me how to run it back. Clemson, all I do is work in my city, I need pension. Somebody said it'd be disrespectful to rap on it. I'm by business, y'all niggas ain't got the acumen. Immaculate, I've been adamant with these savages. The flow is so extravagant, extrapolating arrogance. Thought ain't even drop yet. Bitch, I got plans too. Nigga wanna scrap about it, bitch, I got hands too. Yeah, man, got a nigga twisted like a can too. I clean them out like shampoo. I pity y'all some damn fools. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be getting into Joey Badass. He's got a new interview out with Bootleg Kev, where he talks about everything from the battle with Rayvon and, of course, shots at Daylight. He goes into, some of the behind the scenes of the Red Bull cipher, the thought process and the conversations that led up to it, the conversations and different things that led up to its release. He goes into, talking about his new project, his history with TDE, the relationship he has with Absol specifically, and also the whole of TDE, all the guys. He goes into, the whole TD East thing, letting it be known that even filing that trademark for TD East, it wasn't no bad blood with Top Dog. He actually spoke with Top. Top found it funny. So clearly what people like us on the internet are talking about or believing things to be as far as like animus and real harsh feelings between himself and TDE, even Kendrick, which he gets into in the interview. I think once again, we can relax a little bit. Okay? He's clearing the air. He's letting it be known that it's not anything outside of just friendly competition. Anything beyond the concept of friendly competition, that's not where he's trying to take it. Okay? So let me go ahead and, just start pulling up the clips from this Joey Badass Bootleg Kev interview. Of course, if you want to see the whole thing, it's on Bootleg Kev's channel. You can go check that whole thing out. We're just going to go over the things in the context of what we're talking about here. All right. So let's start with the Red Bull cipher. All right. Because I think this is interesting. This kind of lends exactly to what it is I was getting at before when I said Absol and Daylight, they had been on Twitter. They were talking about the return of the gods and trying to figure out a way to bring lyricism back and to stimulate hip hop. They were talking about this last year, all before the battle, during the battle, after the battle, right? And we just happened to get this battle a couple months ago. I don't think none of that is coincidental, but let's go to Joey.
Discussion with each other going into the cipher.
Yeah, so okay. So we got so Red Bull reached out to me, and it was kind of like, on me to pick who I wanted to, do the cipher with or whatever. So, Soul came to my mind first, and then we was trying to find a third person, and then somebody said Big Sean. I'm like, yeah, perfect. So that, Soul hit my line like right away. Like, we was both excited. He's like, yo, we got to make a movie out of this joint, this at a third. And, we went back and forth like a couple ideas that we was going to do. And then he was like, yo, we should kind of just like all like battle with each other in a way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like on some friendly fading type of joint. I'm like, yo, I love that. That's genius. So when I heard Soul Verse, I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm glad he took that approach because, you know, he mentioned Ray, he mentioned Day, and I'm like, I hadn't given a direct response at the time. So I'm like, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity to kind of speak on it. Like, Soul is here, boom, boom. And then we just kind of went in there with that. And then, you know, Sean did his thing as well. And you know, I gotta give a lot of credit to Soul for it because he kind of masterminded it in a way, you know what I mean? Where
Soul mastermind. He's the architect behind this whole thing. And some people out there, y'all may feel like Soul has you know, some underlying hatred or something like that. Please, please, please. Like, it's not what y'all want it to be, man. It's not real beef. It's not crew hate. Absol is Absol. If he says he wants to go mainstream or whatever, that's not because he's hating on Kendrick. It's just the fact that he's been in the business like 20 years and he wants to receive the fruits of his labor that he's put in as an MC the same way that others have. I'm sure his vision for his career wasn't to be the king of the underground. At some point, he wanted to rise up, and he's made changes in his music to try and, you know, show that he can do that. Hopefully, he continues to master the mid range, and his name can keep, you know, going up. But unfortunately, once people know you for something, you know, it's tougher to feed them something different and then all of a sudden blow the fuck up in a second act, unless you go to a whole nother genre, you know what I'm saying, on some Jelly Roll shit. But anyway, let's get back to this.
we're just like, yo, this is the move. Like, trust me, we should do it like this, boom, boom. And I was just like, you know, I even hesitate. Like, I just kind of followed his lead, and I'm glad we did because you know, look at the outcome. And I think it was beautiful to just kind of showcase that we could have a moment like that in 2025. Be like, this is hip hop, and that's the type of shit like this. Even it being the cipher, you know what I'm saying? And you got these three prolific artists here and showcasing something that is the true essence of what hip hop is. It's like we get in there and we all trying to rip each other's heads off. We all trying to, you know, compete. We all trying to say the slickest shit. And it was just beautiful, man. Shout out to Soul, shout out to Big Sean, shout out to Red Bull, shout out to hip hop.
I'm assuming you didn't have any sort of heads up on any, like you heard his shit for the first time when you guys recorded it. His like did you guys by
It's out now. No, I didn't hear shit for the first time when we recorded it, and he didn't hear my shit for the first time when we recorded it. Neither did Big Sean. Like,
right?
so the night before, you know, there was like this worry that, you know, maybe we wouldn't you know, maybe somebody wouldn't be able to memorize their lines. So we went to Sean crib and we recorded it as a track.
Now, if anybody's following Red Bull or seen the behind the scenes that they put out, there's video of Joey, Ab, and Big Sean in the studio, you know what I'm saying, going over their stuff before they actually did the 360 camera shit. So clearly, all parties heard each other's verses multiple times before they did the actual taping.
First, just to kind of like go over, like, you know, just kind of save
No,
time
you
when we got there. Yeah, yeah. You know
No,
what I
that
mean?
makes sense.
But at that moment we did that, I was like, the other guys is gonna hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and we'll get to that. But I'm like, you know, the other guys is gonna hear it because we recorded that in March and it ain't come out till what was that, late May, early May or something like that. So I'm like,
That's kind of dope. I mean, yeah, I mean that it took 2 months to drop and it didn't get out there, so.
yeah. I mean, it didn't get out there to the public.
But everybody kind of knew what was coming.
Yeah. They heard what was said, you know what I'm saying, and everything. So I already knew. I smelt the lineup. I was like, all right, if I'm them and I got this intel and I heard the shit of what Joey said before to me, I'm gonna be ready as soon as the shit drop. And sure enough, that's what it was.
So that also plays into Daylight saying he was able to predict the rhymes and predict everything that was going on. Ray Vaughn prepared his shit. His shit dropped almost immediately, like right when the shit was happening. So Joey is saying that he knew from the moment that they recorded the track for them to, try to memorize it the night before, he knew them other niggas finna hear this shit. But whatever. He could have tried to play, and come with a new verse the next day, but he kept the same shit.
So it's funny too, because I think about kind of like the timeline, because you had originally said the line that got everybody's panties in a bunch on the West Coast in, was it January?
Yep, January.
All right, we're gonna pull up another clip of the interview. Again, we're just gonna go through the main topics. You can see the full thing on Bootleg Kev's YouTube channel. So now let's go into Kendrick. Let's get to Kendrick. All right. So he basically says in this interview that Absol has sent Joey Badass message from Kendrick that he's saluting what he's doing, he's fucking with what he's doing, and he's actually, he doesn't feel no type of way about the challenges that he's putting out there or nothing like that, right? Just like Kendrick was having conversations with Ray Vaughn. Ray Vaughn was sending his diss tracks over to Dot to get his input, and he like, yeah, do it like this, or take this ad lib out, or, you know what I'm saying? Little things like that. So clearly, he's engaging in this shit. He's listening to it. He's seeing what's going on. He's enjoying it just like the rest of us. He's not feeling no type of way about Joey because he does not feel threatened by Joey in any type of way. Why the fuck would he? Right? He accomplished more in one album than Joey has his entire career. Why would he feel threatened? And that's not a shot. That's just the truth. Now let's get to the clip, shall we?
He was saying like Kendrick was hearing stuff before it was coming out. Like he would like float it over to him.
I saw that.
Which is interesting,
It's very interesting.
Any dialogue or anything between you and K-Dot during this entire...
Not direct, but Soul did tell me that, he salute and he loved what I was doing and all that. Soul told me that when he ran into Kendrick at the show. Dot told him to tell me that.
That's tough.
So yeah, it's like I said, like it's love, and it's always been love, and yeah, we showing people that this is how it's done.
Yeah, I think that there's like this gross like misunderstanding of hip hop history when people say shit about your career, and I'm like, hey, like I don't think y'all understand. Like, first of all, this is somebody who came out of the blog era. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who...
And the last piece I want to get to here is going to be about the whole TDE's trademark thing, because we definitely were confused. I know I was. I came into the video when he showed the LLC and all that shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Did he partner up with Top? Is he going rogue? Is he going too far? Is he setting himself up for for issues in the future? Well, Joey Badass says none of that. Okay.
With the funniest thing that I think came out of this was the TD East website and you trademarking TD East.
Oh yeah.
Shout
out to Top Dog.
Obviously,
Top.
Yeah. So does Top reach out to you? Do you give it like because obviously you guys have a relationship.
Absolutely.
And it was funny.
Absolutely.
You had to go get the record go to tds.com and it's right there. What was the thought process with that? And was there any like recon to make sure like, hey,
we good, right?
We good, right?
Yeah, it definitely was. You know what I mean? Like, Top definitely hit me after the TDE thing, and he was just like, yo, that is hilarious. That is genius. I'm like, that shit kind of got a ring to it, right? He like, yeah, it really do. I'm like, we might have to have a conversation for real. But nah, at a point in the beginning, it was definitely like, because after I dropped the rulers back and I seen the response, like I definitely hit a few of my people over on that side. Like I hit Soul, I hit Top. I'm like, yo, like, how y'all feeling? You know what I'm saying? I had to just check the temperature real quick. And everybody was like, nah, like, we know where you coming from. Like, we know it's love, this, that. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because that's what I assumed. But, there's people who don't know that or who don't know the synergy that exists between us, who, you know, was taking it a whole different way.
Hey, we got to wrap up this.
All right. So once more, that's Joey Badass clearing the air for the people to let it be known, right? You don't have to necessarily put your your protective goggles on and bring the swords and guns and knives out and go chase after him when he comes to your city. How dare you bring up Dot? It's just competition. And he's fighting a battle that he knows he's not going to get. Dot is laughing, having a great time. European leg of the tour. SZA out there signing a whole gang of goddamn posters, CDs, vinyls, t-shirts. They having a great fucking time. Joey is not going to get an answer, right? But it's well aware. He's, you know what I'm saying? Dot is well aware of what's going on. And he's like, hey, man, go for yours, bruh. Because in the back of his mind, he probably like, now when I tap you, I'm only going to tap you. But you're going to have to sit down after I tap you. We not coming to the square to reconvene for nothing. But when I come out with this next project or I start doing my features again, current features, you're going to get tapped. There's nothing that's happened in Kendrick's career. People saying his name, shit happening in the news, viral topics for the most part that he has not addressed in some form or fashion. So he's going to let that nigga know. He's going to slice his motherfucking flat top a little bit, but you're not going to get nothing else. And that's cool. That's fine. That doesn't make them any less cool, right? Him and Soul are good. Top is good. Kendrick is good with everybody. Now, when it comes to this Lonely at the Top project, you know, the new single ABK that he has out, I do think that Joey is going to have to find an original way to create buzz around this project. I don't think continuing to aim at Kendrick, asking for a battle that you're not going to receive is going to help your project perform any better. I don't think the battle with Ray Vaughn, although it was entertaining, it was good. We got good music from both sides. I don't think that's actually going to create a lot more buzz around your project to make it perform any better. Unless you come around and you put The Ruler's Back, Sorry Not Sorry, and Pardon Me, unless those go on the final version of the album, and then you take all the streams that you got from those and try to game the system into, making it chart higher or whatever the case may be. That's the only way it's really gonna work, right? And then you take the what was the fucking song? Crash Dummy. Like if you put all those records on your album, you might get a top 30 debut on Billboard. You know what I'm saying? That might be the way to do it. It's going to diminish the quality of your album because then it's going to be like, damn, you got 4 disc records damn near on your album. What else you got? Do we really want to hear that? No. So he's in a catch-22. Like he's going to have to really put together, like, you might want to take the formula of Crash Dummy and instead of dissing, just find another bop. Like, and rap well, come up with a catchy hook, and see if that works. Do a music video, like make something interesting. Do the unexpected. We already know you the Brooklyn, boom bap dude. We can expect plenty of that on your project, but at the same time, for the outcome that you seem to be looking for, because you want to be regarded higher than where you are, you're going to have to do something outside of what's expected. That doesn't mean you got to change up and be a totally different person or artist. But again, if you want different results, you're going to have to do something different or have a detailed rollout. Do something. Right? But outside of those critiques, everything else I feel is fine. It's good. Let that nigga live. Let me know what y'all think though. I know some people still not gonna fuck with him. I know some people gonna say it's whack and whatever. It's cool. But just know the guys on the other side are fine. They're good. They're not harboring energy towards him. when he goes to LA, which I'm sure he's been in LA because he's an actor, I'm sure nobody's trying to line him up nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's all gravy. But let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share the video. If this your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good out there. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.